so mean, you're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way, 'cause I'll be back on my feet someday.
Don't care if you do, 'cause it's understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good.
Well, I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Well,
Don't you come back no more.
What you said?
Don't you come back no more.
I didn't understand you.
Don't you come back no more.
You can't mean that.
Don't you come back no
Oh,
more.
now, baby, please.
Don't you come back no more.
What you trying to do to me?
The time in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Eastern Caribbean is 4 minutes, 30 seconds after 8 o'clock. You listen to WFM for the 3rd of February. We are located at Windy Point, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Frequency assigned 99.9. And you heard us on our website and YouTube and all the works we have put in place just for you. Tonight's program is currently sponsored by Basil's Bar, and we thank Basil's for continuing to sponsor this program so I could be here every Tuesday night to be participating with you. Good evening to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, regionally and internationally. It's the 3rd of February 2026. My name is Kingsley, and tonight's program is called Feedback. You know, I have an open mic, but I will start the thing. You know, I have a question I want to ask you, and you will be in the best position to answer the question because you paid attention to the last election, which was held by the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where we had two major political parties. One won, surprisingly. I was surprised by the margin of 14-1, and one lose 14 and only win one. I was surprised. And I came up with a word today to ask you, were you confused by the NDP and the ULP when they had the last general election? Yes, I'm a bit confused now because I listened to both political parties attentively during the course of the election, and some of them made some promises. And after I listened to the presentation by the Minister of Finance, Dr. Lorraine Friday, on the estimate, and I listened to former Prime Minister, former Minister of Education, former Minister of Finance, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, now the opposition leader. I am wondering who Vincent should really pay close attention to today as it is. I mean, confused is a big word. The elected parliamentarian for Central Kingston, Major Sinclair, did say when the NDP win and they won, life will get easier immediately, like snapping your finger, okay? So should we believe what was said, and is there any evidence showing that the NDP intend to make St. Vincent and the Grenadines easier to sustain the economy? And then on the other hand, you listen to the experienced Ralph Gonsalves, who stood in Parliament as Prime Minister for at least 25 years. And, you know, it is really mind-boggling to hear on the radio, and I listened to Honest Cook today, and I think I agree with him that we need to read more, and it's time for us to don't put all our hook, line, and sinker in talk radio, because not everything talk radio say is necessarily true. It's create sensationalism so we could draw your attention. And I've been hearing there, let me say good evening to Colin Graham. Colin Graham does listen to me on a Tuesday night. And I listen to him whenever he is on because I have to listen to everything. And let me say good evening to the former Prime Minister, Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Hans King. I hope that you're listening. And if you're not listening, somebody will say that Kingsley was asking for you, Hans. And Hans, your voice is missing. And I'm hoping that you can find some time to spend with us at WFM, because when our dear friend Glenn Jackson left us, you did replace him nicely, same voice, same temperament, same aggressiveness. And so I really miss you and hope that you could. I think I have what it takes to pull back out Hans King. So, and I am saying so because Thursday from 11 a.m., I will be on the Shaker program, so I'm hoping to hear lots of people from the old school, like Mr. Mason, Monica Maloney, Miss Murphy, and those persons who used to take time off to call into the Shaker program to express their views on Dr. Gonsalves as Prime Minister. Do you guys miss Mr. Weeks? Have we heard him since the last election? Oh, Mr. Weeks, if you listen, you need to call, okay? I'm not too sure if you listen to radio anymore, like Honest just said this morning, most people seem not to be gravitating. But I'm hoping that the old school and the shake-up that we had, which was started by Glenn Jackson, could be revived with the listenership and people paying attention. And we, as individuals who is going to do the shake-up, occasionally will find the topic to make sure that we can have you sitting on the edge of your seat. But back to today's thing, like I say, I am a bit confused when I listen to Colin Graham, when I listen to the lead of the opposition, when I listen to the NDP. I'm wondering if Vincentian are realizing that they were taken for a ride, a political ride. Some persons gravitated to it nicely, and they could tell they gravitated to it because aside above the ULP supporters did vote for the change. Somebody may say, what is your impression about the people who voted for the change? Well, I believe that people voted for the change and they had a referendum on Ralph Gonsalves. They think that he was there too long, and I think they went to the poll to say, well, hey, 6 in a row? No. World boss? No. And if I think that Dr. Gonsalves has adjusted so far, I think he is adjusting so far, and I think that when the Parliament meets for the budget 2026-2027, we will see the experience of Ralph Gonsalves coming to the surface in terms of his response to the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Lorraine Friday. But like I said, I want you to tell me if you were, are you still confused by what was said? If you listen to all the people who speak today on the radio, you're getting the impression that some of what was said was taken seriously. Most of what was said just fly over our heads and we didn't pay any attention. But it is what it is, so we would like to hear your opinion. 4579997. And we heard from the now Minister of Agriculture, Israel Bruce, and when he stood in opposition as Senator Bruce, he used to make a lot of promises and say that if and when the NDP wins, and they did win the last election, we will see some wholesale change in the issue of the Ministry of Agriculture. Somebody listen will say, Kingsley, but it's only 2 months. Yes, it's only 2 months. But and it was said that when the NDP win the 2025 election, we will see immediate fix of getting things right. And that was said by Honorable Sinclair Lake, the Deputy Prime Minister. We seem to have a fourth caller. Let's go to the lines. Good evening.
Kingsley the Freitas, good day, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Just a couple of things. And I heard several people send out the warning. Is that the harassment that the NDP people been harassing the ULP people? I have an experience today with some Bequarians. And because I was such a movie star, you could say, and they were giving me threatening words and so on. And I heard several people complain about the harassment.
But
Mr.
just to interject there, I support you with your observation, because I stood at the airport today at the bar, and then I recognize 2 persons. One is the young man who sang and became famous in the digital Rising Star, and he was accompanied by somebody from Sandy Bay. And man, I stood up there and I heard some remarks, and the remarks was filtered to me. If you hear abuse, and it have people who voted for the NDP, when they meet me, they just abuse me and say, oh, kind of thing about this, about that. And like I am not a ULP supporter, but I have to say, if something is good and it happened when Gonsalves was Prime Minister, I have to mention it. And I agree with you that some people want to abuse you. Go ahead.
Yes. So I had to say, using the comrade talk, that my back is broad.
Yeah.
And I'm a citizen of every square inch to go the length and breadth of this country without harassed by these NDP people.
Yes.
The USP people is so quiet, we ain't called that we want fresh election and so on. You're not hearing that to pump and rave and so on and thing. They want, yes, we are go ahead and working with them. But I tell you, Dr. Gonsalves is not an easy crossover.
Yes.
And I think that we are into the best parliament in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Forget about the badmanism played by Sinclair Liquor, and I see Bruce is coming up heavy with him too. Forget about that. Yeah. There is nothing in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that this government know that Ralph Gonsalves know. So they could jump and wave and so on. Dr. Gonsalves know every single thing in this country here. So let them jump up and hooray, and by the grace of God, things will happen back to ULP. I have that confidence that Dr. Gonsalves will turn over all of them, politically speaking. Turn every single one of them. He will use the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and turn them over.
Well, I am expecting.
That's my.
I'm expecting all the best from Dr. Gonsalves when he.
But precisely.
Going to Parliament as the opposition leader dealing with the budget and his presentation, because as you say, he has the experience, he's been around for a long time, he knows how to interpret the House rules, and he's a trained lawyer.
Very well.
And he gets his way around.
Very well so.
Yes.
Dr. Gonsalves is going to turn over every single one of them. You just watch and see. It's the best parliament that we'll ever have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes. I support your theory with that. I think your observation is
Thank you very much. So the one is still for Mr. Mr. Friday, Prime Minister, to speak to the people them about the harassment that his people them have been harassing the ULP people.
Okay, there.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, right. Well, I am in the corner of that caller because I came in for some abuse. I never voted for the ULP. Never. And I meet people every day. Wow. If you don't hear the kind of word, up today I experienced that today at the airport bar. Why were you never buy a tonic water? And this man just came across and my party in power, this and that. I say, boy, I just listen to the other NBC radio say, let me just walk away and don't even answer them, you see? I just can't. But I agree with you, Carla, that atmosphere and that tension is there. 4579997 5329997. You can send us your WhatsApp or your text at 4579997. Like I say, I would like to hear if we have a caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Mr. Kingsley.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, currently I'm not surprised, man. No, he gets in like it's still a position. Oh God, in government and do things, no man.
Somebody say to tell you before you call, they must stop eat.
Okay.
They can't understand the gibberish you're saying.
It might be given to you because you don't understand politics.
You understand politics, but you're going to lose when you're a big supporter. You understand, eh? Well,
Going to win 5 times.
You're amazing.
5 times, 5 times win.
If I were Ralph Gonsalve and I see you calling to your program, if I were Ralph Gonsalve, I'd just cut you off.
Yeah, because what part of your body can hatred, boy? You know the song for some time, you know.
I say, I heard you speak to Ralph Gonsalve, I think it's Monday. If I were Ralph Gonsalve, I'd just cut you off.
Yeah, but I was telling him, you can't put 500,000 for housing. That's madness. You find that bad thing I was saying? A whole country that housing go down.
Well, I tell you something. While you spoke to Ralph Gonsalve, you were in conversation with somebody else. He didn't pay much attention
But
to
I
what
not
you
know
were
you
saying.
are doing that. The man is taking from all different directions. But you're not getting guilty. Me not wishing you bad, me not wishing Gonsalve bad, me not wishing Friday bad. None of you. But you all have an agenda in all of them. That all the putting things all your own way.
Mm-hmm.
And not so. You can't call wrong right and call right wrong. You got to be a stable man. Knowing, come out directly from under God authority.
Yeah.
And they go talk right thing. Because when Gonsalve, when you try to say, oh, I NDP man, you try to say that forcefully. But you don't know decide. You can't decide why going and vote. And for why going and vote. When Gonsalve do saving so I said I go do, I'm turning back from Gonsalve. So what you saying, man? Well, your position. But I'm telling you, I hope Israel goes and getting on in the house. I find that in a position still. Because I mean, at least it starts out reasonable good. But you can't follow PM, start with PM, I say the people listen to PM, people listen to everybody. So when I talk good, I can't tell lie, you know. And I can't manufacture, you know. But if you like to get in office, and you want to like to stay in office, like to depend thing, you know, because before book, sooner or later people will come to reality and say, well, boy, you know, you say such a thing out in a way they're supposed to say. But intention don't like nobody but my guy them, you know. Anyhow, have a good night.
Okay, step it. Thanks for calling. Right. I treat you the same kind of style Ralph Gonsalve treat you Monday. Yeah. Later, and you answer your own self. Let me say good evening to all those persons who looking to us on our website. See quite a few people up there. You go to know that you're paying attention. So, were you confused? Are you still confused? Do you think we seem to have another caller? Let's go to the line. Good evening.
Mr. DeFreitas,
Good evening, sir.
good evening.
Yeah.
How's you long that you
You need to turn your radio down. We get
Yeah, I just going and do that.
our straight outside.
Yeah, I was trying to get on to you last week when you have the gentleman, what his name was?
Who went there,
Who
Glasgow?
was on the program with you?
Went there, Glasgow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be with me every last.
Because
He'll be with me every last Tuesday.
it seems to me like, I mean, you don't understand.
Who's speaking Central
Yeah,
Leeward?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah.
your voice sound different tonight.
You really must see how me who see.
Yeah.
We have a Democrat country, right?
Yes.
And then if we say now the people, if we say because last election we vote for Booster, but me say Booster,
You vote for Brewster?
yeah, see, last election when he win,
Only one that you won, yes. Okay.
he won when he win.
Yeah.
Me vote for him because me couldn't go vote for because me tell Letter Friday in Mustique. Now run back the one different you and again, you know, because he know nothing about politics, right? And Dr. Friday tell me in Mustique, he say, I say look for somebody from Barley, and he said I have one, but I'm not letting out the name, right? He said, I'm not letting out the name. So I have a young man from Barley, very educated, and he's going to win. I say, well, thank you, right? What I am saying is that Dr. Gonsalves had 5 in a row. Why going for 6? Do like Sir James. Sir James say, okay, man, the people and them decide that they don't want me anymore. Let me step down, right?
So you
before you election.
Are you saying if you think if Gonsalves is set as leader, the ELP would have stand a better chance in winning the government?
If no, then I might have win the government, but they would have win some seat.
Okay.
They would have win some. I don't think they would have win the government, but they would have win some seat, right? Because one of the things, Kingsley, is that Dr. Gonsalves been a check on too much a big project. For me always say government no call with build hotel. Let the hotel and then for the private sector and so on.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Even a think on some big project and left all the police station and everyone watch our police station about that one of the best building and in a St. Vincent, you know, and watch that there. And take it and come in a Peter so open a hole in a bush. Man, up in a Vermont, if you go in a Vermont, it's same thing. Spring Village Police Station, all them things there. A decade. Man, you know, see, brother, Dr. Gonsalves, I mean, that's sorry way you know.
Man, you know, I agree with you that Gonsalves has lost his way. I look at the Bible police station recently. I have to carry some umbrella give them because I feel the rain is wet them when they're sleeping. The roof rotten off, and the amount of complaint I am hearing from the NDP about the state of the police station in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I wonder what Gonsalves been doing if you want to pay attention. So I agree with you that something went wrong. Yes.
But look, the Kingston police station and all, and the place where they used to have parliament, all them top class building, they spending money and repair them thing. You're going to say you're going to build a new parliament building again, and you had that the right here in Kingston. Where you are left for continue this mash up. So,
Yes.
man, Dr. Gonsalves lose his thing, and he couldn't go back there for 6 terms. No, because since about 3 politics before he talking about Tanilanda Cane Yard. Where was Tanilanda Cane Yard? Tanilanda Cane Yard. Where was the money for? Better we think about putting a cable car down a shot to be for what software. If we think that thing would bring in money, you know.
I thought when Jordan Francis took his leave because of medical problems he had, I think that the Europe should have forget about the history of tunnel through Cane Garden.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. What 3 election ago, them a talk about fix up little talkie and do this and do well up to now. They're bringing it every year. They're bringing it back into Parliament. They lose the sting and let this new government here try the best and see. Let me give them a chance and see. It's only 2 things. They have 2 men who I think is very boasting. Right? I don't like to hear the speak. He went from San Hilly with say a minister of what?
Foreign Affairs.
Yes, the one Foreign Affairs and Bruce. They 2 pompous. When how them they speak, we can't understand how them behave. So they're too educated, right? But give Dr. Friday a chance and let we see what he go do. They just start. Let we see what they're going and do, Kingsley.
Yes.
It's a time for change. You can't leave one government for this day. Any country you're going to. And you know, a good Belgian friend tell me today. He said, if Madeleine went back, she very lucky. He said because Belgium no left one prime minister for 2 years, you know.
Yes.
Most a prime minister does get there 2 years. So he told me, he said, if she went back, she very, very lucky. But I think she going to win back because the opposition look weak to me. Okay, my brother?
Okay, then.
You keep the fire burning, keep the foot on, okay?
Okay, thanks for calling. Well, I agree with the person who just spoke a while ago from Central Leeward. And he still, in his subtle way, has his admiration for Ralph Gonsalves. He thinks that Ralph Gonsalves is his own person who caused his demise. I agree with him. Because when Dr. Gonsalves spoke at the last rally in Kingston, he asked the European people to come back home, lift him up higher. That tells me that Dr. Gonsalves knew that the European was that on his way to victory. And he found himself north of the Joy River and some controversy surrounding up there. And I think that he just made Senator John at the time stronger to be Minister John. We seem to have another caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Queens. I heard you speaking to my friend Teddy and Shake Up.
You heard me today on Shake Up?
Yeah. You asked the girl, we asked one of the girl if she got the book and she told us she's currently reading it.
Yeah, Diana. Yeah, I was so pleasantly surprised to hear Shake Up back on the air.
Yeah,
but it seems it's taken on a different direction.
Yeah, we try.
Actually, cook version.
Yeah.
At least his as moderator taking on a different
well, you should be hearing
a different direction.
You should be hearing my version on Thursdays, okay? I should be on Thursdays.
Oh, you coming on Thursday?
Thursdays, yes.
For how long?
Well, they tell me to reach here for 11, so it's just about an hour and 15 minutes. But I am hoping I am hoping that Shake Up could return to the 10 to 2, and we will see. It will depend on listeners and people like you to put pressure on management to extend the time to where it used to. Because what I remember Shake Up, I remember people like Glenn, I remember people like you from off way back, and that Shake Up program used to be a vibrant Shake Up program, and I think that it still has the ability to exceed expectation. I heard Mr. Cook saying today that he's going to do things his way. Well, most people who will do it will do it their way, and we will hope that it will improve and get better.
So it seems like it's going to be taken on a different direction. It won't be a ULP program.
Well, Jacob was never a ULP program, but the ULP took it over
Okay.
during the course of the 25 years when they were in government. And today I'm wondering if it was the right thing to allow them to do, but bygone be bygone. Let's hope that people could come back to the original version and make sure that they spend time with WFM and Shake Up, okay?
Well, remember Money Talks, you know, they have the state coffers.
They had
advertisement and all that stuff.
They no longer have now.
They had.
Yeah, AGD.
Maybe NDP could take it over. Here they have the state resources.
Well, I got to tell you one thing, Queens. I am going to try to get some members of the government to participate in the Shaker program. The ones who consider me as their friend.
That's good. That's good.
Like Daniel Cummins and Sinclair Laker. I hope that they will come. I'm not so interested in Nature Stevens and Mr. Huggins. I think the others may come and be PRO. So, but they see me as a threat because let me tell you something. I like Franklin Silver. I am an oppositionist. When my party in office, I have to keep the fire burning, let them know that they are being watched and monitored by the intention of all kind of life. Okay? Yeah.
You call it as you see it.
Call it as you see
You're
it.
not going by party politics.
No.
Partyism.
No, I am prostituting myself at all.
The first call I was talking get abused by NDP people. And, you know, two rights don't make a wrong. But where was he when LaVaughn was abusing people on radio? John Miguel calling in and called Dr. Friday stupid and dotish. And he's saying that Sinclair Liquor, they should have run him over the time when he lied down in front of the fire truck. Where was he when, what's the lady there in Dasher Hill? It's Murphy. Abused people on radio. When the lady, they used to call her the first lady out there by the airport. Monica Maloney calling in the people, dotish, say they signed dotish form.
Yes.
All these people abusing people on radio. Even Second Razor abused people on radio too when NDP was in power. Where was he when all that was happening?
Yes.
They were silent.
Yes.
Yeah, they had nothing to say about it at all.
Well,
I got one more thing.
I agree with you. It was unfair, and few people should call them out. But we used to have a finger in the mouth say when a certain lady called because we used to be careful what she going to say, what she going to say. But she has temper, her temper since her party lose. So we hope that LaVaughn could be a new form person and demonstrate some level of impartiality in her presentation whenever she called the radio station. Yes.
I don't know who she is, but I was driving it the Monday before Christmas, maybe after 5, close to 6 o'clock. I was driving in the area going towards the police station to make that turn, and somebody was showing me her by PH Bay, Peppercorn area there. I took a quick look, but I wasn't able to make to see. So I don't know who she is. But she seemed to know so much more about me than I know about myself. You know?
Yeah, but I have known her for quite some time, and while she used to be aggressive here, I kept my composure, and I think that we still friends, and I'm glad I was alive to see her party was so badly defeated that up to now she can't find tongue to talk on the radio. Blows like joke. Looks like
somebody tell me she resigned from Tongue Board.
Well, she did the best thing before they fired. She resigned.
Yeah, she preferred me. The Sinclair Liquor would have come there and march out the office. I'm not saying he would do it, but she probably thought he would do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me get off to somebody to get on. Bye-bye.
Okay, Queens. Thanks for calling. 4579997. And we're speaking about the general election And if you were confused what was said by the persons who hit the political platform for NDP and the ULP, are you still confused, or you think that what was said by both political parties made sense? We seem to have a next caller. Good evening.
Hey, Kingsley, good afternoon.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Wynn.
I want to ask you a question. I heard that guy just come in there with something about when the fire truck, when man made them fire truck. People say, well, I think the old child see a fire truck come in. They say, I think the old child come going on this fire truck and stand up.
I didn't hear what you
When
said.
this lady here who didn't be knocked down hospital to get a nice radio and run down last and say, kind of thing, race thing, kind of thing, they're the same around. They didn't say, but now what the shoot and the other foot, they nobody talk about them.
Well, you don't
You see what I mean?
you don't expect the NDP to have the same level of temperament that they had during the campaign. They will try to make sure, and I heard Colin Green doing it today, trying to make sure what is said is more in sync with the government. So you have to understand, when we in the opposition, we do oppositionists. When we in government, we try to speak governance and where we're going in the future.
Right. But then the time when last thing get his head bust too. Some of them say sure that he ain't get the blow hard enough and all kind of thing. And now them Capricorn, they now coming and telling people something else different. Boy, that word is crazy. When they shoot on the other foot, they come now and they prattling out their mouth and they're talking, but they don't remember everything with them fellas they. Take it from the one who they were very when they insult you up in the church and all kind of thing. Take it and he come right down.
Yes. But
You
here's
are quite a message with Rag. I say I quite a shit for Rag.
but
But now it's now them they're coming now and when so we talking now we mouth short.
But
I
here's
will tell them it's one thing I know, you know. Me and playing and grateful to Rag, you know. Because he himself have a foot on the life, drop it and help him build water out the boat. That is what I am going to do.
all right
I ain't
then.
running.
Okay.
And let me tell you the last thing. So they you know me and a partner they've been talking. Me and his good friend, you know Brian from Touch.
Yeah.
And Brian is come and telling me the wife cost too much money. I say, but I think I have plenty money waiting to with him spending. You agree with me?
Well, at the heart did cause a sizable amount of money, and Ralph Gonsalves was responsible for getting debt forgiveness straight that burden off the shoulder of people. Yes, I agree with you that the port is there, but the port is scarred over $650,000 to be constructed. But I don't know if it is at its full capacity. We might have to just wait and see if we get any benefit, long-term benefit from the building of the port.
And all I just tell you, Kelly, I say, look now, for all the Prime Minister will pass to Tenzin for here. The more development Tenzin can get the Ralph Gonsalves do it. I don't know if you would agree with me or you disagree with me.
I think that
But the more development claims to look on.
I think a lot of development took place under the leadership of Ralph Gonsalves, but when I sit today and I hear the complaints of this police station and the clinic,
Yes, I agree with that.
I often wonder
You
where.
know why
yeah.
I don't know that? Ralph have some pet fellas and if some of them listening now they could remember they know me well. We used to meet up plenty places.
Yeah, yeah.
And I used to tell them the something called the butcher.
You should
If
tell-
you know the meaning, what I mean.
yeah, that one,
No,
that one man I run plenty woman though.
No. What I mean then, if I is a politician like how Latham used to move them population.
Hmm.
I went by 250 vote, 250 vote, 300 vote. I motor in my vote then, you know. First to come, first to serve.
Anyway, guy really the back the humbug the quality of the feedback, eh?
No, me, I don't really think that we don't like them fellas. I get because hearing it with them.
Okay.
And I know where I before from the bed, we are not still here.
Yes, okay.
Because what happened my people them who vote for me, I ain't saying I ain't who will vote for me, nothing, you know, but my people them, every time I could reach them, I reach them. Because, you know, when one out of them, they vote and then, go over here, wherever, and that's a young man coming to take that place.
Yes.
But then you leave them who you have and call for who you don't have, and they tell them you're going to eat out and drink out and food out. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because all them who don't politics and what they're speaking about, it's going to be no take too. But they're running here, running there, and just depending on what I'm getting lost along the blame. His son, chemical, all of them. I get lost along the blame.
So you're blaming the former prime minister for the demise of the ULP. You don't think he is responsible?
Who?
You don't think Rob Gonsalves is responsible for the ULP falling short of the polls today?
Kingsley,
Oh,
let me tell you something now. If I get in a government, they're not politicians, but they're politicians, you know. They spend 16 cents long, them salary, we've been saying a different association. We name again, I'm calling him something, godly.
can't remember anything.
Is it doing with a bottom tongue?
Okay. All right. I have an idea what you're talking about.
Right?
Yes.
And if I be like them fellas, I would have come, and if I see was when I come and be having cabinet meeting, I bring up just that in my calculation people we want to be done. And when I bring it up, and I don't care who I'm best, because if I don't care, if I let me want to help me do it. And only put it in for the places, and then it's empty.
Yes, sir. All right
I
then.
went up to my people and show them we're going down.
Yes.
Went up to my constituents to show them what's wrong.
Yes.
So they
Okay.
may come blame me.
Okay.
But when you leave it so, they're going to blame you and they're going to blame me.
Yes.
All right?
No, you're right. You're right.
Right.
Okay,
So
man.
that's what I do.
All right.
But there's something I don't get, man, you know.
Yeah. No. You sit down with it.
One thing they have to use to go over people represent something else, you know.
Yes.
But one, you said he has to give you the package, you, and he's going to pay for things for you in Mexico.
Okay.
If they have no other prime minister in that for the what act like me. And he was not white man. He was a mountain man.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Thank you for
Okay,
calling. Yeah. I have a song. I mean, who's speaking there? Yeah. Good evening.
Kingsley, good night.
Hey. Good night. Good night. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, good night, Kingsley.
Yeah, good night.
No, I only called to find out about this lady that used to call the program a very long time. I haven't told what her name. Her name is Janet Matthews. She around St. Vincent.
Oh yeah, somebody asked me for Janet last week, but I it wasn't asked. But I did promise to go look for her upcoming, but I couldn't get the time because I wasn't 100%. But
She's sick or something?
no, but she gonna call in tonight. Don't worry. I know you're talking about. It's my neighbor.
Because
So-
the last time I heard her, it was I think it was 7:05. She like 7:05 in the afternoon. Just having this young guy, and then they had a program with people calling and saying sending greetings and things to the loved one. And thing I heard she's sending greetings, and the greetings was like going out to the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and Grenadines.
Which Prime Minister? Rob
So that was the
Gonsalves?
last. Who much Prime Minister St. Vincent got? Kingsley don't make it sound like we done now. St. Vincent only had one Prime. Minister is Dr. Godwin Friday. So
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the problem? What's the show? What's the stage we putting on here now?
I'm just reminding myself that you are a NDP supporter. And
I
you
was going
vote.
to be talking about Prime Minister and Prime Minister. I just want to know really wrong with them, you know. Like they knock, as with Abraham, they say like they hit their head and knock their head somewhere.
Mm.
Anyway, they hear listening, you man.
Yeah, okay then. Have a great evening.
Yeah, but Janet Matthews, I don't hear her. No, I don't hear her calling at all. So one, and if she okay.
She gonna call in tonight. Don't worry. Yeah, okay.
Okay, then, I'm here listening. Yeah, you take it easy.
Yeah, Janet Matthews. Some people asking for you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Well, have a song. I want. Hey.
Good night.
Good night.
You two is a diet ULP supporter?
Wait, what you say?
Aye. You two who is a diet ULP supporter?
You are.
Right. So that's why I can't afford to resign because me all want to property. You understand?
Yeah. Somebody asked me if you resign, so I tell them yes, you took a leave of
Me
absence.
own one soul for me property, so me could resign. Me don't do 25 years in Kingston Town Board.
Yes.
So me can resign and me living happily and me have no regrets.
Okay.
And I will die a ULP supporter.
Yeah.
I have no turn back, Kingsley, none whatsoever.
Well,
I know what this government has done for this country. I benefit. I get a work and I own a property under this government. You understand? They give me a job and I go and I do what I have to do and get my house.
Yeah.
I buy Gecko and I finish pay for it.
Well,
I can't be ungrateful to Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. Never ever.
Definitely.
I love him. And any time even though he's 90 years old and you want to be back to lead us, I am there. Any one of them come, I am there.
Well,
I am moving.
You are
I'm a diet and I will die a diet.
Yes.
That is Lavon.
Okay.
Okay, Kingsley.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to take a break. Beckham,
Kingsley.
Beckham, how you doing?
Yeah, my friend. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I had to call because I've been listening to the program, and I'm hearing some people are asking if they're satisfied with what the government right now is offering, and I'm trying to find out what are they talking about really?
Well,
because
they remind themselves about the promises which was made by Lowen Friday and the NDP, and they're doing some comparisons for the first 2 months to see if the NDP has fulfilled the promises. As a supporter, you can tell us where and what they fulfilled since they won the last election.
Well, first of all, Kingsley, and the government has been in office for 2 months today.
Yeah.
So they mark the second month in office.
Yes.
They promised that they're going to have a VAT-free day. They delivered. It gained some $28 million from what we have been told.
Let me ask you a question. Have you heard Dr. Gonsalves querying the amount of money that the government claimed, which was circulated in the economy of the $20 million? Dr. Gonsalves is saying that that is not a fix. This is not a grounded. Do you believe him?
Well, Kingsley, I don't expect anything less from Dr. Gonsalves, from him nor his supporters. They could have made $100 million, and someone was still going to find some way to poke holes into that.
Okay.
I'll move on. They promised to reinstate the workers, the workers who were laid off.
Yes.
They have done the displaced workers.
Yes.
Dr. Friday promised to give a bonus, and they have delivered. And to this, second month, the third day of the month, and they have delivered.
Yes.
It's a new government in office. We have to give them a chance. Dr. Gonsalves has been there 25 years. He have never given a VAT-free day. He have never reinstated some of those workers who were trying to get back to work. And so I don't expect nothing more coming from Dr. Gonsalves and his cronies. So you know, what could I say? Because he has to have something to talk about, you know.
Yes.
And I really don't want to stay long, but some of these callers, I'm telling you, because you have a certain woman who call, and she calls and always have some names to call someone. Like on Sunday, I called in, and she says about this old goat always calling in and criticizing Gonzab. I mean, if I call and criticize Gonzab, I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yes.
She does not know what Gonzab has done to me and my family, to our family, you know. And I don't. She before she speaks, what she needs to do is to have her nephew record her when she's speaking, and she would see who sung like the old goat. That's all I would say.
Okay.
And I used to be in Bathamton. I used to live in Bathamton for a long time. I never had no one came and take my paw out to the beach and throw it out at night. So if she want to talk, I know a lot. So that she continues, because I'm recording all of these conversations. I have them so far in here, and I'm telling you, she's gonna pay for her mouth.
Okay.
Because I'll take her to court. And she'll have to prove what she said.
Okay then.
But Kingsley, have a good night.
Thank you for calling.
Have a good
sir.
night.
Yeah, thank you for calling. Yeah. Let's take the break. And I have a song I'm going to play for my Destiny and my Crystal by Rihanna. So we'll be back.
Whatever you are celebrating,
More people like the
birthdays,
pod-
anniversaries, engagements, retirement, or just celebrating life, the place to be is at Basil's Bar Kingstown. Established for over 38 years, we are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with an exquisite ambiance. We have a set menu and 3 a la carte menus to choose from, and we are flexible to all requests. We go above and beyond to serve you. Basil's Bar Kingstown, where it's more than just a meal, it's an adventure. Call for reservations at 457-2713.
It's Feedback with host Kingsley DeFreitas. This and every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. for 2 full hours, right here on WeFM 99.9. Join him as he brings different guests weekly on this informative and interactive program. It's Feedback. To be a part of the Feedback program, call us at 457-9997 or send us a WhatsApp at 457-9997. It's Feedback.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight. You and I. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. A diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Malay.
3 minutes before 9 o'clock in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I played this song for my 2 beautiful nieces, Destiny and Crystal. And the reason why I'm playing it, I know they want to say something to me, so I want them to know that I remember, but I'm not going to mention it. But it's good to know that they are in my thoughts, and I Glad to know that you listen. You might be getting all to call tonight. 457-99-97. Good evening, Anta. Good to know that you listen. Anta, I know you listen. Yeah, we have a call. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Frank Silver.
I'm listening to you, of course.
Yes, man.
I'm telling you something right now about the only program I think is worth listening to is you.
Well, thank you.
You got some people, like some of them in the morning, they don't have a clue. You can't get to finish a sentence. They always know what you were going to say.
Yeah.
And they like to be on their soapboxes. Let me read something for the people out there.
Yeah.
Okay? Never confuse education with intelligence. You can have a degree, a master's degree, and still be an idiot. I'm going to quote them, a next one from a fellow named John Randolph from Virginia. He said, I knew men who could not spell the word Congress, but who nevertheless had more common sense than any intellectual. Brother, my friend.
Yes.
Anytime you see I start them things here now, I am putting out a figure out there. 3.5 billion. 3.5 billion in Vincent and Grenadines is what the country is in debt to the tune of we owe people. And we're not making enough money to pay them back. A lot of what we're collecting is just to pay interest. I can't remember the exact number. Before I continue with that, back in, when I used to write my breadfruit mentality thing, I gave a breadfruit really well, the roast breadfruit were the good ones, and the ripe one for the, if you're stupid.
Yeah.
A fella named, I can't remember his full name now, but his name was Papi.
Papi Oliver, yes.
Ah, yes. And he sang a calypso.
A few less friends.
How you know that is what I was going to talk about?
Yeah.
That, my friend, is my favorite. A few less friends.
Yes.
So if me talking the truth, mean I going to get a few less friends?
Well, I think you need category the person who Papi was saying about. You have a few less friends because of your style and your no nonsense attitude towards people who make it
I big them up.
Yes.
You know, give them a thing there because it's kind of, you need to be like that. If you can't tell people the truth and then be a friend, then they're not your friend.
Yes.
I got something else to say. Listen, if everybody is your friend, then nobody is your enemy. Is it that you don't have any friends?
Yes.
You're a bunch of hypocrites. Now, $3.5 billion in debt.
3.5.
Now, I remember the PM, Ralph Gonsalves, put out something, I was trying to find it, just before the election, and he said he had something there with the NDP and a key. And he said the NDP will never get their hands on the treasury. That key won't fit. I posted a response to that. I don't know, I can't find it. But I said, the fact of the matter is there would be nothing in there in the treasury. There was nothing in there except debt. So with that in mind, I want to know, Kingsley, how a stupid idiot like Frank De Silva, it's all over the place. I said it, that the debt was $3.4 billion. I'm listening to the new Prime Minister last week saying he didn't know. You're in parliament every day. You're there, and you don't know something billion. Really? No. Again, I go back when I was writing stuff in the newspaper. A column, my now defunct party. And I'm gonna have to find it. But one of the things in it I wrote is about in Ontario, Canada, you had something in the neighborhood of 5 million people in Ontario. And they had 20 government ministers, somewhere thereabout. So I wanted to know why St. Vincent with 100,000 people needed 10. The argument I was making is that you got a country with 100 and you need a minister for what? For everything under the sun. So after the NDP won, the first mistake they made, Kingsley. You see, they make no mistake. Everybody talking about chance and chance. I'm going to be the opposition, the legitimate one. Everybody talking about chance and chance and chance. The first mistake they made was to make everybody a minister. Did I just tell you that we have a debt of $3.5 billion?
Yeah, but I agree with you because when Sir James was Prime Minister, we had Parliamentary Secretary. We didn't have all those posts who were ministers. I can remember your friend in Notley were Parliamentary Secretary before he became a full minister. We're going to say I've never give Conrad says a full ministry, so I agree with you with that observation. I don't know why every parliamentarian on the NDP side have to be a minister of government.
We're talking about, we should be thinking about reducing the size of government, reducing the size of the load to the taxpayers, not increasing it.
Yes.
But nobody got a problem with that.
No.
Because you see, let me put them. The can-demand mentality side of the people in the NDP won't have no problem with that. No, they won't. The scan mentality side, you see, so you got them on both sides. The party can't do nothing wrong.
Well, he have a program called President Please Now. I don't know if you hear it yet.
Who?
CN Marshall.
I don't know. No. I've seen some of it, but I won't waste my time. You must be able. You're supporting a political party. You yourself must learn to keep them on the straight and narrow. Because if it's you and your member, then people can't say you're biased. They will take you seriously.
Yes.
But if you like, nobody took them seriously.
Well,
nobody.
Well, the ULP losing is a reflection of what you're saying is true because Candy might make noise here and everywhere. We had CM Marshall and the last election. You have gone to just be the whole and by skin of the teeth. So I agree with you. You could link it that way. That's so much because you know, Frank, who I'm not hearing your friend Lanford Weeks. Have you heard him since after the election?
No, I have not.
I don't know what you did.
Oh, by the way, let me say good night to my cousin Jules. Cousin, good night.
Yeah.
Now, so we have this huge debt, Kingsley.
Yes.
And I listened to Friday again, and all he's doing is increasing. I don't have how many, but he has hired. Listen to him. I think he has already hired nearly 200 or more persons.
Yes. Well, listen to the estimate, the amount of persons he has gained employment. I wondering where the money is going to come from because a good friend of yours tell me, Frank, that if the NDP they had to pay that salary bonus in its entirety to the cost about $62 million. Where would I find the money from? I don't know. And he's saying to you now via the email that he agrees with you that Mr. Neptune should not have been given a ministerial portfolio, nor Love King, because they used to tell us that things bad in the country, but they're finding money just to pay their elected parliamentarian and senators a ministerial salary and poor people struggling. Yeah, so
Trust me, it is not good. But the people on them who call in here and say, they don't see that. They will not see that. We mocked when Ralph divided the Ministry of Education into two. Now we got 3 ministers of education. Really?
yeah, we should have a Curtis King. No.
Of course.
Yes.
You know, but now we have 3.
Yes.
And what we need, essentially, what Friday and them needs to be focusing on is how they're going to reduce the debt. I know how they could do it, but I ain't talking until they're done with the budget thing next week.
Okay.
I'm not talking.
Yes.
Now, so you mentioned paying off the people there. They promise in an article, something published in the news. Hold on a second. Let me put on my glasses. Published in the news. February 14, 2025. Vaccine mandate was cruel. NDP will reinstate workers. The New Democrat Party is disappointed with the ruling on Wednesday, 12 February 2 by the Eastern Caribbean Court of Appeal. Now, and they said later on that once you vote for them, the next day you could show up. Now, I figured this would have been a priority, and I tell you, Ralph Gonsalves came on a couple of Mondays ago, and you just said it what somebody told you. Ralph Gonsalves was gleeful that the NDP will not be, because the amount had now come to 64 million, the NDP would not be able to pay it, and he wanted to know how they're going to do it. Now, if the NDP were listening, and if they decided yes, that the Justice Henry's decision was 100%, make an effort.
Withdraw the appeal.
From the time of when Ralph sent home the people them, to when Justice Henry made that statement when she concluded that none of them left the job. She said none of them left the job. She concluded they were still on the job. She concluded that Brenton Smith was still on the job.
Yes.
And that they're going to pay them with that. So I would think, if I were advising them, that would have been the first priority. Let's give them a payment from here to the 25th to the 23rd to the 2023rd when she made the judgment.
Yes.
That is what you should do. Instead of that, I heard they sent out something the day before saying that the payment will be deferred. The next day, I'm hearing a press conference, and the Attorney General has changed her tune. It's not deferred anymore. It's some other kind of rigmarole. Total rigmarole. But guess what? You have Friday now, and with bonus. For every Tom, Dick, and Harry, you're going to give bonus. A bonus is a reward for doing something good, to encourage you to produce more. You don't give every Tom, Dick, and Harry a bonus, Kingsley. If you gain every Tom, Dick, and Harry, let me give you some example. You got a worker shows up every day on time. You know that worker might go whole year and never go for sick leave.
But Frank,
No,
I met a familiar worker today that appears on the radio sometime, and I told him, for somebody who advocating for workers' rights, he need to spend more time on his job. And you will figure it out what I mean.
You see what I mean? But how you can then give the same post, some of them you go in the places there, they're on the phone. Like they are upset that you come to disturb them from being on their phones. But you're gone ill-conceived, a totally ill-conceived idea. I have a pretty good idea whose it is. It's got to be the 2000 dead man idea. Yeah. It is ill-conceived. They should have concept. Like today, I saw Kenton Chance revisiting Mr. Samuel. Is it Mr. Samuel Williams? And he didn't give any conclusive thing about what the guy is doing now. Like the guy moved from up in the forest where he was living with his son, back down. But there was nothing conclusive. Yes. What you think it would have happened to this guy? If this government here, if they could come up with $22 million to go get non-productive people, what if this is according to Anisha Batiste, like about 500 of them who haven't been paid for 4.5 years? And I want to recommend Anisha Batiste post up something on it. All these people who you give bonus, like, you wanted to know if Ralph Gonsalves or Carlos James getting the bonus. Yeah. You wanted to know if this team were getting the bonus. And all those people who are writing people to tell them to stay off the compound and calling them, they got the bonus to Mr. Leacock. But the people who've been out there, according to Justice Henry, we all totally agree with, got nothing. Guess what? And then Mr. Friday in that press conference said the bonus is going to be 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000. Yes. But you know, Mr. Friday them sent a different memo to the people in finance and the ministry to tell them you're going to be correct. So for those people who money, Justice Henry said, never left the job, and they didn't come back until now, they weren't entitled to nothing. So they were off the job according to them. Because guess what? You got these people getting, some of them get less than 100 and some got none. These people who are out of work for 4.5 years, they got none. But you're giving bonus to non-productive people. Well, it's really interesting to know if Carlos and Ralph, oh Lord of his mercy, qualified for the bonus. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I sent it to you. You should one of these are posted. Very, very well written stuff.
Yeah, check it out today.
People need to pay attention to.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure as much persons as want a copy, get one. Because that whole thing there about bonus and giving a whole bunch of people ministry was total nonsense, Mr. Leacock. It's nonsense.
Well, I know he listens, so he getting the message.
Let me tell. I hear a guy called just now. Listen to Kingsley, you and people like you who took this thing. You know, in England, in the United Kingdom, before the vaccine roll out. Hold on.
But Frank, you're talking about that. I am hoping to receive some sort of financial contribution for my illnesses that I suffer because I took Glen Beach and the European advice and took the vaccine. I never had more problem. If I did take your advice, Jomo Thomas and Mr. Hamilton, I wouldn't have some of the problem I'm having today. But, you know, Frank, I have been through some terrible times, you know. Last Friday night was my last experience. I tell you, it is not easy. And it have a lot of people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who are suffering, but afraid to announce that they had some problem.
Yeah, and they made a mistake.
But I am brave enough to say that. I was told to take it because if I don't take it, I can't walk at the airport to apply.
Remember begging you, please don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, man. I tell you,
But let me read you this thing.
Yes, man.
In the United Kingdom, December the 3rd, 2020. Software company Compact UK has been paid £1.5 billion for an AI tool that will be used to process the adverse reactions of COVID vaccine, right? COVID-19 vaccines. You hear that? That's before they start. So they knew in the UK, Boris Johnson knew. So they set up a company, gave them 1.5 million to set up something to monitor adverse effects.
But Frank, you know, I got that injury under my left foot the other day, and I traced back where I went to see what caused the problem. You know what? I went by a doctor, a private doctor, somewhere down Ansville, and then I went to another doctor. You know, he tell me, Kingsley, we can't come up with any idea why you got cut, but it's a good thing you got cut, because the blood flow and the problem that they anticipate would have happened didn't happen. So when I hear people say, Frank, that they have had experience with blood clot, I believe them. Because, you know,
it is happening, Kingsley.
Frank, what I went by the doctor?
Women get their period driving them stone crazy.
When I went by the doctor tonight and he examined my feet, you hear? He said, I feel so glad that you cut blood and today you are alive because that took place. I felt like,
imagine that.
Yeah, I said, Lord of mercy.
All right, so we got that. Now the next thing, Braxa, folks. Everybody know my position on Braxa from the day of one. Braxa has been a complete disaster. And let me tell people, you all know why Braxa was formed? Because according to Ralph Gonsalves, most of the roads overseers were NDP people, and he wanted to get rid of them. That is why it was formed. I wonder if Licap knows that.
Well, if you know, you know now.
That is why they have wanted to get rid of my partner from Leyu Shivi and my cousin. They said all the road overseers were NDP people. So they formed Braxton to get rid of them. And I have Ralph himself complaining about a hole in front of Jacks that can't get fixed. You remember that?
Yeah.
I got Rene Batiste complaining about, and that is probably one of the reasons Rene Batiste didn't want to run again. Because the roads were awful. Braxton is a disaster.
Yeah, New Montrose Road was terrible, man. Terrible.
Yes, and guess what? So now we have Braxa itself presenting the evidence of why they should be gotten rid of. Because Ralph Gonsalves, Braxa is to be taking care, inspecting buildings and taking care of buildings and repair and present something to the government of how much money they want to repair this, that, and that. You all talk about the police station. Who's supposed to fix them?
What's your thought on the rumor going around about the ill repairs of the Prime Minister house in New Montrose?
Well, come in there.
Some people say we should blame Braxton.
But that's who you're supposed to blame. That is why, that is the evidence that Braxton needs to be gone. So Friday goes up there and he said, you know, you got to laugh. You know, Friday say you would need some courting. Well, Lord of mercy, who don't expect that? Okay? But then for reasons I don't know, Braxton gets in. The same people who neglected the building gets in, and in 24 hours, they could tell you that they need $1.something million to fix up the building.
Imagine
that. Who they brought in so that they could do this thorough examination of that building to say they need that kind of money? And how downstairs electricity, and Braxton is saying, well, the roof was designed bad. Oh my God. I wonder who designed the roof. Was the LP who built that thing there? Yeah, Braxton said that the roof was designed bad. But ULP didn't design. Ralph, you see, this is the thing. You see, you could beat up on Ralph, but you must have good reason. You don't just come with the foolishness. Because guess what? The money they want to spend there now, they're claiming. And I believe it's bogus. So Ralph was there. Well, Ralph said it was livable. But Friday say it ain't livable. You need to spend kind of billions to nice it up. Yeah? You need billions to nice it up.
But do you
And
do
Mr.
you,
Prime Minister,
do you know where the
please, when you
current
talk
prime
to leave-
do you know where the current prime minister live right now?
I don't have a clue.
Oh, okay. But it's a nice place, eh? Nice.
No.
Nice. I want to tell you, nice, really nice farm. I tell you, boy.
You see, I'm really going to find because you see, you vote for these people and they become kings. Yeah. They want to tell you, they live in their own house. They want house allowance. They had a telephone, they need telephone allowance. And all kind of allowances. People don't know this stuff, you know.
Yes.
Yeah? And meantime, people out there catching the NN.
And you're paying $20,000 a month for
And the
rent.
debt is out of shape, and you doing everything to increase it. Everything. But you can't criticize them.
Yes.
But guess what? Papi said it. A few less friends will do me just fine.
Yes.
But guess what? This is St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And let me repeat what I told Alpi and Allen, who taught me, and then I go back and teach with him. And who is my son godfather? And me his son godfather. When the NDP win all the seats, I call him. So let me tell you something, you know, me like what happened there. But guess what? When it comes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I don't have no friends. None. Dip, zilch, zero. Yeah?
Yes.
So if they think, well, don't tell them already, you know. The last time I went to vote for the vaccine people like you. And I was saying, Kingsley, that thing there I read from the UK. They should have done, we didn't set up one. Imagine the UK setting up something to monitor adverse effects. But we just decided we're going to force people to get vaccine. Nothing but side effects. For a vaccine that was developed in 9 months. So they have no clue what that vaccine going to do to you 2 weeks after you took it. I saw a nurse when they were showing off for people taking vaccine. She blew. Within 15 minutes, Kingsley, the woman dropped dead in America. You know what Fauci and them had them do? They had them born the lady up to meet her. That's what they did. And we now know that Fauci and the CDC and all them know the vaccines when they did the so-called trial, that more people who got the vaccine were dying than people who got the placebo. But I don't know. Biden 15 minutes before his time was up, decided to pardon Fauci. I'm going to send out I got something need to send out. I will send one to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Because some fellas were showing, listen, in 2023, Fauci authored an article with 2 other doctors saying that the vaccines couldn't work. Yeah, Fauci. One of the authors, 3 of them saying the vaccine couldn't work. It can't work, that vaccine can't work if you put it in your arm, you need to put it in your nose. Lord.
Your friend is still here? Spencer?
I suppose.
Oh, okay. I was hoping,
Yeah, I suppose.
I was hoping you can call.
Yeah, all right, my brother.
All right. Thanks for calling. Okay.
All right.
457-99-97. We have a caller. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, good evening, sir.
Good night, man. We're Glasgow.
No, Glasgow don't come every Tuesday. Come every last Tuesday. Yeah. The other Tuesdays for me, you, and everybody else.
Okay, all right, good. Right. Well, I like how Frank come only. Okay?
Yes.
Because when you look at it, Kingsley, all of a sudden, you poor people don't live in a singing again. You look like everybody get rich.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because listen to me. Today, me and an ex-guy, we had a discussion. It wasn't an argument, but we had a discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, 1.5 million, but a $1,500,000.
Yeah, the person who the bear you could hear everything they say.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. I said to them,
Carla, you need to either move away from where you are or get the person in the background to
System, the conversation.
yeah, the conversation is so loud. So we're pouring what you're saying.
Give me a one.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Tell them I talk too loud.
me that on it. Yeah, baby? Good. Yeah, Kingsley.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said to him, 1.5 million.
Yeah.
That's 1,500,000.
Yes.
And he said, no. He said, okay. And I was wondering now, if the former prime minister had was to ask for that same kind of money to replay that same house, you would have heard the difference. No, you're not going to build a Kingsley.
Yeah.
You're not going to dig foundation. You're not going to do nothing. Let's say the wiring them costs 100,000. We know you can't come up to that. But let's just put it as that. Let's say water and thing costs 100,000. The roof costs 100,000. We know that they can't that are 300,000 Kingsley.
Yes.
So we want to know how 1,500,000 come in.
Well, I don't know who come up with the estimate, but they will say that estimate is a guesstimate and not something accurate. So.
Watch. Listen. Listen. When Mitchell started out, he started well. You know when he make a mistake?
When he win 15 seats.
When he win 15 seats.
Yes,
And that was the second time.
Yes.
That was when he made the mistake. So long Friday. He go ahead.
But here's something. Somebody NDP used to call Dr. Gonsalves one-time Papa, right? Here what happened. They have to be careful and come back and bounce back on her.
Okay. Listen. The other night, Kingsley, I wasn't sleeping. But I sat down and I said to myself, if the Prime Minister could just come out and give a warning and say, hey, no, I am the Prime Minister. I am the head of the government. Let us stop the bashing. Because hear me, Kingsley, let me not be hypocritical now. Labour people are bashing NDP people. NDP people are bashing Labour people. You understand?
Yes.
So it comes like really some are we are yellow and some are we red. So like God makes some of we, and I don't know who make rest.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. Okay.
So, but Kingsley, I said to myself, I said that Kingsley, I didn't even know the Holy Spirit speaking. So, but you know, sometimes self shipping. So me say, well, okay, then that is self. You understand?
Yes, yes.
But listen to me. Listen. Anytime the Holy Spirit speaks, somebody does come and confirm it. So then you don't know exactly.
Yes.
And it was just last night I was scrolling through Facebook. And instead of the Prime Minister, here was the opposition leader now was saying, to his supporters, hey, don't bash the NDP people. Don't bash them.
Yes.
And that's the way we should live, Kingsley.
Well, let's hope that people listen to your call and demonstrate what you're saying, because
that's how we should live.
Yeah, it's about St. Vincent and Grenadines. Yes.
Listen, if good come Kingsley, you go get, me go get. As long as we're in the land of living.
Yeah.
You understand me, Kingsley?
Yes, sir.
Because nobody can take your trade.
No.
You're not dependent. Nobody can take your trade.
Yeah.
Hear me. I look back and I study something, Kingsley. Remember, God called Moses. Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
And he tarried with them through the wilderness. He went through the wilderness with them. And you know, when time come now for Moses enter into the promised land, God said, you ain't leading my people, you ain't taking my people over any promised land, no. Joshua go do that.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So we must understand people are react as if the former prime minister did nothing at all. Kingsley, you and I know the man took this country a long way. A mighty long way. He's a human. Yes, he would have made some mistake, yes, but he took this country a long way. He is a man. He is a man with a vision. He is. So now that his term has come to an end, you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
He's the opposition, and Friday now is there leading the people. Man, let him lead.
Yes.
Let him go ahead.
Okay.
Let him go ahead.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you.
Let us live as one.
Yes, we appreciate the advice, and we hope that people will concede to what you're saying and give the benefit
Yes.
to this. So thanks for calling, okay?
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, Anne-Marie can call now. She's been trying to call all the time. So 4579997. So I'm waiting till Anne-Marie call. The lines are open for you to call, but giving my sister some priority because she's been trying to call for a long time. 4579997. And she called on WhatsApp. So the WhatsApp is kind of not busy at the moment, so you can call now. The time in St. Vincent and Grenadines is 24 minutes, 30 seconds on to 10 o'clock. Tonight's program is sponsored by Basil's Bar, and if you're in Kingston, you could go in and give him some support. I think he had some support via Vincent through the Blues Fest last weekend. If I were there, I had a job going there, and I stayed a while to observe what was taking place. Let me say good night to Lanford Weeks. Lanford Weeks, where you are? Janet Matthews, where you are? Anta, you're playing hard to get. 4579997. You were calling me today, but I didn't have my phone, and not because I didn't answer you, that means that I didn't know you were calling. I was not in a position to take your call because I was being under some observation and what take it. If you have a caller, let's go to the lines and take this one. Good evening.
Good night, Kingsley. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I've been listening to the caller, and sometimes I get the impression I've been listening to him since last week.
Okay, that's nice.
I'm getting the impression he sung as if he just waiting to see this new government fail.
Who called her? Frank De Silva?
No, the gentleman who just speak there.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I listened to him last
About
week.
the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit,
Yeah. He commonly these guys are using God to get you what you want to say, but
which is you could fool man, but you can't fool God. I wish he could speak more of love and prayer. If he call himself, he wants good for the country, he should be praying for the government.
Well, you listen. I hope
When
you
he
get. I hope you get your answer that you answering him. I think you answered him.
Yeah, and when he addressed the Prime Minister, address him, Dr. Friday, address him as the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Dr. Friday.
Dr.
You have
Friday.
to respect. Yes,
Yeah, he's the holder
know?
of the office of Prime Minister in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to him carefully because we have to live by what we preach. He said he's a preacher.
But it sounds so because my friend there a while ago tell me to give me number of Praise FM. So I hope you know the 45.
So he had to live by how he had to live and walk the walk. And talk the walk. And you know what I mean?
Yes, okay.
Yes. Okay then. Good
All right.
night.
All right. Thank you for calling. 45-799-97. That is also our WhatsApp number. We have had we have a call? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, good evening.
Good evening, Kingsley.
You're finally getting girl.
Yeah, good evening, Kamal.
Yeah.
Good evening, Kamal. How you guys doing?
We're doing all right. How is Destiny and Christel?
Everybody doing good. Everybody's doing good. They're here listening to you, and they said to wish you advanced birthday greetings on Saturday.
I told Kamal a while ago. I hope people didn't remember because I don't want to turn the program into a request program. But I told Kamal, once you call, you're gonna mention that, and Crystal and them gonna expose my birthday is on Saturday. So yes, my birthday is on Saturday.
Yeah, it's written down on the fridge, so they know it's your birthday on Saturday. So they all wanted to wish you happy birthday, but they're running the show because you know how long I've been trying to call. I've been trying to call.
Yes,
I've been trying to call.
I did keep Frank on for some time because he was making some sense. I know you would have understand, but I know I'll get a call from Suzanne tomorrow, complimenting me on that date sometime in the week, and then she will recommend that she tell you to call. So I really appreciate you calling.
And one of your callers just called a few minutes ago. They have to understand when they're calling in, there's other people who's talking in the background, and it causes a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
So you have to tell them that they have to tell the people to lower their voice because we're hearing what they're saying.
Yeah, we will get
we will
get the entire conversation of the family in the background. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So he either have to excuse himself from the room or tell them to lower their voice.
Yeah, actually radio.
Either one.
Yes. So everything is okay?
Yeah, everything is good. We just wanted to wish you happy birthday again. So, I understand you're going to be on Thursday, but I don't know if I'll be around to wish you happy birthday on Thursday. But nevertheless, happy birthday.
Okay, thanks for calling. Have a great evening, okay?
You too. And get home safe, both of you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Bye-bye.
Yeah, they let the cat out the bag there. I mean, I'm not a sentimental guy. We have another caller. Good evening.
Alexa, stop.
Good evening.
Alexa, off.
Alexa, turn off the computer. Hello? Alexa, you don't turn off the... Hey.
Yes, sir. I didn't want to start to hear my conversation with Alexa, so I turned it off.
Yeah. What happened now?
Well, let me say, this is the first time I'm really calling your program.
Well, thank you.
But I'm a religious listener. Don't miss it.
Yes.
The reason why I called tonight is to talk about something.
Why is it?
Concerning the Prime Minister's residence.
Oh. Do you support the call of the repair that they say it is needed?
Could you say that again?
Do you support the call where the Prime Minister is saying that they need to have some urgent work at the State House where it's scheduled for anybody who becomes Prime Minister?
Well, I can't say yes and I can't say no because I haven't seen the structure. I haven't seen the inside.
But I spoke to a police officer who was assigned to the Prime Minister detail and I asked him, On the surface, he said that the house needed some repairs with the roof, electrical. But I went up there a couple of months before the Prime Minister lost his seat as Prime Minister. But the house did look nice and clean. So when I heard that they say it needs severe repair, I said, wow. I have my question.
Well, everybody have their own point of view, you know?
Yes, yes.
But what baffling to me is the estimates.
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
It's pretty expensive for whatever 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom we got, you know? And from a construction point of view, I would like to know how Braxa came up with that figure. If they just went in and extend this wall, that wall gotta go, that wall stay, or they did it from an architectural point of view, which means they have a drawing and give an estimate of the drawing they have.
Well, I hope so, because we don't hear if it have any structural problem in terms of the wall cracking up, the roof is so badly deteriorated. I heard Life this morning making a comment on it, and some people misread what he said. But as you say, 1.4 million or 1.6 million, that's a lot of money for repairs. 1.5, that's a lot of money.
You blow in a balloon and you just inflate it because I'm telling you, might as well they go somewhere and purchase a piece of land and use that same money and build a new structure. If you gotta put all that money into that structure, I don't know, but I hope they get it right and do the right thing, because Vincentian eyes are open like an eagle looking at every little thing that is going on.
Yes, yes.
And they have a right to question everything that they not show off.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And it's just overwhelming. The price is too much for renovation.
Okay.
How you gonna know where give me a minute, man. How you gonna know where the electrical problem is? How you gonna know which wall to cut to get out the wire? When you start cutting those walls to change all those wires,
yes, yes.
the wall gonna crack. All the other walls are gonna crack. So if you're gonna demo the whole building, tell the public, they have so many publishing company, publish the print, the drawing, let the public see the cost of what you price.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope
do it right.
I hope that will eventually happen, because people are making their comments felt, and we want to know if the money is worthwhile spending. But I'm hoping that they do a comprehensive view, say what it is cost, and do the works what is expected. Because I think when you became Prime Minister, you must be sleeping comfortable in your house that you're sleeping in.
I have no problem. As I said, I did not see the construction now, so I cannot give a figure of what it would cost to renovate it.
Yes.
But from a construction point of view, I think the price has been ballooned.
Okay.
And so it's too much to renovate.
You think it's inflated and it needs to be diffused, right?
Yes,
yes, man.
So come on, listen to me, Mr. De Freitas.
Yeah.
Vincentians are not, as it has said to Anita, being led blindly anymore. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Anita is the only one who's led blindly still.
No, Anita is a good person. I listen to her. She is. And their eyes are open. Yeah. And as I said, the eyes are like an eagle looking at everything. And come on, tell the people the truth.
Yes.
As the reggae man said, tell the people the truth.
Yes.
Don't just drop figures in the air and think it's gonna stick. No.
Yes.
If why the budget is so expensive and you cut out so many things? You cut out so many things and the budget is still over.
Well, you know what would be interested is to hear Dr. Gonsalves, who is now the opposition and former Prime Minister, who sat and lived in the house for a period of time. I'd like to hear his extended view of the take of the repair that is so needed at the house where he sat for 25 years, and we will probably get a better view of how they arrive at the monies. Because every time something Dr. Gonsalves is going to make all the information clear, you know.
I was thinking about that too, because if the electrical have a problem, obviously if he push in his TV, he will know that outlet have no power.
Yes.
The light must be clicking. So when they're talking about the place of electrical problems, if the plumbing is leaking, you would see.
Yes.
Get it right.
But like I said to you earlier, a police officer who was assigned there told me that they had some roofing problem where water used to be leaking, but he said it was not as bad as the 1.6 million reflect. But he said they did for some repairs.
If it's one thing I believe, it's the roof, because from the volcanic eruption,
yes,
I know every roof in St. Vincent gonna have problems sooner or later.
No, I agree with you, because I did some repairs on my father's house, and the man told me one price, and when he done it, he said, Kingsley, you have to give me $4,000, but because it was worse than I anticipated, I paid him money because I was satisfied with his final product. Yeah, I was satisfied.
That is what I like to know. If they give an accidental estimation, which means, I don't see this happen, but you put in 100,000.
Yes.
You don't see this happen, you put in such and such. So when you get there, you don't have to come back and ask for money.
Yes.
Because you put in an accidental open estimate.
Okay. Somebody listen to me and they send a text and they asking a question. They say you sound like you're an engineer. Are you a construction engineer?
No, Kingsley, I'm not. But I'm very knowledgeable about construction.
Oh,
you can't fool. You cannot.
You sound informative though. Don't worry.
No, listen. I called in one time on WFM, right? You see that drain that left from before you turn into WFM, if you continue going to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I said to the guy, listen, you see that drain? That drain need to sink and covered and just leave some manholes to clean it out in case of any clog, right? So the street could be wider because the houses are so close to the street.
Yes.
You understand? And the vehicles have more space.
Yes.
But I'm waiting on, what's his name? Nature, to see if he take up certain things because he's the Minister of
Works and Transport.
Of that department.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
There are little things could be done and the country runs smoothly.
Well, let's hope so.
All these slipper drains, they need to go. Get rid of them.
Yes.
Slipper drains are not for St. Vincent.
Yes, ma'am.
Slipper drains are for places where have sewers. You run 50 feet of water to go down. That's why the roads are so bad, because the water runs on the road and damage it.
Yes.
Because the water are not properly controlled. You understand? But
yes, sir.
Not my headache. All the best to you, Kingsley.
Thank you for calling. Yeah. 9 minutes.
All right, buddy.
9 minutes, 30 seconds on to we have our final call. Good evening. You are our final call.
This is the final. Listen, fellas, you know what? I got to start to make notes. Because there's something, I appreciate that last caller there, Kingsley. You could not come up with that estimate in the time they come from that to that. It is simply impossible. Now, I started to talk about...
The cost is inflated.
I have no doubt.
Yes.
They have done nothing to come up with that. Nothing. Now, where I missed out before. Because I mentioned them to call talks to fellas in the morning that you can't finish. Now, I want to go back to this thing here because I hear some people saying some nasty things. I listened to Friday in 2,000, 1,500, and 1,000. So people, everybody expect to go there and get at least 1,000. So, but when you go to the bank now and you get $160 and you grumble, somebody go to mad with you for that? You grumble? You expected, you were told 1,000, 1,500, and 2,000. That is what he was saying all the time.
Yes.
But on the other hand, they circulated something telling people to prorate it in this, that, and that. So when the people go there expecting to get this, they got far less.
Yeah.
So people came out on top.
Yes.
This guy gets on radio and starts to call them all kind of names. How they ungrateful and all kind of nasty thing like that. One of them referred to them as unconscionable. Wait a minute, unconscionable? And then another one comes on and say, you're sorry for Maga Dog. You believe? Now I want to know if the NDP going to distance itself from people who come in there and call these people who are led to believe something and got something else, who now calling them Maga Dog, because I bet a lot of them vote for NDP. And you can call them Maga Dog. How out of place can you be? What the last one before go? You know, I always had a problem with Ralph Gonsalves and his 2,000 vehicles. That is what you get from them dictators in Africa.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that Friday would come in and say one vehicle and one outrider. It's done. We want to save money. But now I'm hearing Friday wants nearly $1 million worth of vehicles. And here we go again. Here we go again. And I'm supposed to stay quiet? No. I'm looking for smaller government. Less burden on the taxpayer. Not just them now alive now, but them to come.
Yes.
So if I'm advised, them said advice Friday, you know, tone it down. Ralph was way overboard. So what you come in now and do? Same thing we were criticizing, you come in and imitate. And you're supposed to do what? Stay quiet? Yeah. So those people who get on that radio with that guy, man, I didn't hear somebody call me and tell me no. All kind of names. And grateful. And sorry for Maga Dog.
Yeah.
The people them were told to expect X. And they went there and got minus X.
Yes.
Good night, Kingsley. Good night.
Yes. 5 minutes, 30 seconds on to 10. You're listening to WeFM. We are located at Windy Point, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Frequency 99.9. We want to thank all the persons. Well, I have to say that the program expectation tonight live out what I anticipated, because I didn't come prepared for any particular topic. It was wonderful for us to keep their composure and maintain the respect for WeFM franchise, and we really appreciate that. For all of you who sat there and listened to us for the last 2 hours, compliments Basil's Bar, we thank you, and you will see me here next week on time and being on time. And if you want to hear a different view, when I sit in a different chair, join me on Thursday, 11 o'clock, and I will be on the Shaker program. Have a wonderful evening. I gone.
It's Feedback with host Kingsley De Freitas.